I've got some 3840 ammo here today that we're going to look at. Notice something sort of odd between the factory new ammo, factory new brass, and once fired, primarily with the Winchester Western brass. This is one of my reloads. This is what the fully formed brass of 3840 is supposed to look like. And this is the Winchester factory new brass. You notice it's got a whole lot longer neck area than the little short neck here. And got the piece of Starline. Show the head stamps. There's the Winchester. This is Starline, and it's got about half the neck that the Winchester has, but that's still probably twice what the actual brass is supposed to have. If you look there. And I think they did that on purpose, because some of the 3840s, the neck areas, headspace issues with some of them, they're sort of crude when they made a bunch of them. And I think they did that so that they would shoot no matter what. I thought that was sort of odd. Here's a cylinder out of mine. See, it fits in there no problem. And here's the once fired. It fits in there. It's a little bit tighter. But when I was shooting this one box of commercial reloads, or commercial loads, I noticed some of the rounds were kind of iffy. They weren't it's kind of sort of like they weren't all there. I don't know if they were dud primers or what, but I've got a pretty neat grouping of shells from so what the factory new looks like. And that one's got a little bit of bulge, and a little more, a little more, a little more, all the way up till it's pretty much all the way filled out. And then the one I reloaded is all filled out. And to give you an idea of what I'm talking about on some of the headspace issues, this came out of a box of commercial reloads that I picked up at a gun show. And you can see it's a little bit odd, a little bit wider headspace up here. And it goes into the cylinder. It sticks just a hair. You have to push it in just a little bit all the way at the very end. If you look real close, you can see just a little tiny spot there where it rubbed. And that was probably the gun it was shot out of. Had a headspace issue. There's one that formed all the way. I don't know if you can tell the difference, but I thought I'd just share that a moment. I've reloaded 6 test rounds because I haven't figured out exactly what I'm going to be shooting out of it. And I don't shoot this gun a whole lot. This is more of I go out shooting with people and I say, hey, you want to shoot a Colt Peacemaker? And we usually shoot maybe 10 rounds out of it at a time. The ammunition's sort of hard to come by. I found 3 boxes in the last 10 years that I could afford. I passed on the last one. I think they wanted $84 for it. That was just too much. I've got about 25 in each of these boxes. I've got a third full box in the house. But that's sort of all it is.